In the small town of Fogbottom, where it was always rainy and frogs sang at night, lived Claire, a woman who was recently engaged and very happy. But her fiancé, bless his clumsy heart, had an untimely encounter with a runaway wheel of cheese at a local fair. After the sudden death of her fiancé, Claire received a strange, carved antique mirror from his eccentric Aunt Mildred, who looked like a Wolverine dressed as a librarian. These days, heirlooms were as common as gossipy hens, so Claire thought little of it at first. The mirror often showed things that weren't there, like a bathroom scale on vacation. At first, Claire ignored it, thinking it was just a trick of the light or caused by her uncle's strange homemade drinks. But soon, she began to see a remarkably handsome stranger staring back at her, sporting an enigmatic smile and eyes that spoke fluent dreaminess. Whenever she touched the glass, it made a humming sound, like a tuning fork deep in thought. Every night, Claire dreamed of a mysterious man and a love story full of shy glances, awkward poetry, and wild dancing. She would wake up feeling like her heart had been through an adventure. It was about the time the man began mouthing something urgent in the reflections that Claire thought, perhaps this mirror is doing more than just lagging in fairy tale vibes. Curiosity, that fickle cat, got the better of her. Claire spent days perusing the local library, where books seemed older than Aunt Mildred's taste in knitwear, yet somehow containing more dust mites than knowledge. She discovered the mirror had a history that even tabloid rumors would envy. Its former owner was a woman named Eleanor Enigmatic, presumably adored alliteration, who dove into a love affair with a man invisible to the rest of the world. The affair ended when Eleanor mystically vaporized on a particularly stormy night. Faced with the predicament of potentially sharing Eleanor's ghostly fate, Claire considered calling a paranormal enthusiast or resorting to throwing a sandwich at the mirror, but then opted for strategy instead. If the mirror was an ethereal matchmaking service, she mused, there had to be some form of celestial customer service to file a complaint. Late one evening, equipped with a flashlight and determined optimism, Claire confronted the mirror. As the handsome stranger appeared, she asked point-blank about his identity and intentions. "I am Flint," the man said, whose name it turns out was as rare as philosophically inclined earthworms. "I am bound to this mirror by a cosmic mix-up at the supernatural department of lovers." After the customary amount of banter required to keep narrative tensions adequately magical, Flint revealed he was trapped in the mirror's realm. To save herself and free Flint, Claire had to shatter the barrier between their worlds by rehearsing the world's most perfect line of poetry. Channeling her innermost romantic literature degree, Claire composed a verse. Reciting the poem before the mirror with all the fervor of a drama club's over-enthusiastic in turn, the glass rippled and dissolved, releasing Flint into the world like a character falling out of a novel.